Alright guys, today we're going to be working on uploading an Android Studio project to a GitHub repository. So the point of this is to get your collaborators to be able to add and take from your project online without having to transfer the code manually to each other's projects. So first of all, if you don't already, make a GitHub account. That's important. I already have one. Alright, next up, what we want to do is we want to go into Android Studio. We want to create a project. Let's make a new one. Alright, new project. So what we are going to do is once we create a new project, from there we're going to try and connect that to GitHub. So here we're going to select no activity. Make sure it's in Java because we don't code in Kotlin. Alright, everything is good. Finish our project. Alright, so this now is what your screen should look like. So we have a new project that's currently loading in. Now the first thing we want to do is we want to go to VCS, the version control. And what we want to do is enable version control integration. Now I'm already logged into Android Studio with my GitHub account. But if you are not, enable version control will prompt first of all, it'll prompt to use Git, but also after that, if you're not logged in, it will prompt you to log in, and you will have to then generate an access token. And the way you can do that is by going into your GitHub account, settings, you can go down to developer settings, generate personal access tokens. Then once you go to tokens, there's a whole page on how to create them, and you can create your token to log in. But for now, we're going to go to my repositories because we still want to use this. So now we go to Git. Once you log in and you do version control, you'll have this little tab. The VCS will turn into Git because that's the software we're using for version control. Now we're going to go here to GitHub, share project on GitHub. So we're going to name this John J. Sar. Now we're going to share. What this does is it uploads this entire project here, add initial commit, to GitHub as its own repository. So now, if we give this a second, it's going to build and then upload it. If we go in Git, actually, it should give us the status. So now, we can go to my repositories. And now we have JJ Sar test how-to video. Updated 34 seconds ago, as you can see. If we enter this repository, what we can see is currently there's one branch, and this is everything we had in our app, which is still currently loading. But now what your teammates can do, first of all, you can go into settings. You can go into collaborators. To enter my password, sorry. Then once you're in collaborators, you can give people access, so add people, and then you could enter the usernames of teammates. And then what your teammates can do is they can download the code via zip, unzip it, and open it on their computers. Then they can follow very similar steps to what you did to enable Git, and then they can use the commit, push, and update project functions. So let me demonstrate what that does. For now, if we go into app, Java, let's say we go into my application, example instrumented test. Let's say I wanted a new comment that says JJ Sar how to comment this. Now, as we can see here, if we go to app, source, main, resources, or actually, sorry, it would be in an app source. I believe in my application, yes. Example instrument test. Here we go. If we go into this, as we can see, the change I just made is not there. But now what I do is I can do commit. And what that does is it shows me the files that have been changed, and those are the ones in blue. So let me add initial commit text as the commit message. And this essentially is just a description of what changes you made to the code so your teammates can see what you've done. So then we can click commit and push. And we can push once it's committed. And 4 files have been committed in initial commit test. Perfect. So now what this means is we can go to GitHub. We can refresh this page. And now what we should be able to see over here, if we go to JJSAR how-to video, we should see that app was changed 36 seconds ago. And if we follow the timestamps on the right, we can see what we changed. Here, this is the file we just edited. And if we go see, now our comment is there, JJSAR how to commit test. Now, everyone on your team can do this from different computers, and that's kind of the beauty of using GitHub. You can all have the same thing. Now, let's say one of my teammates decided they also wanted to edit this and commit it, and they wanted to say JJSAR how to pull, and they commit their changes to the GitHub using their own computer. But now I need to change it on my Android Studio project. What I can use is update project. And what this does essentially, if I use merge incoming branches into the current branch, is it takes whatever is changed on GitHub and places it in my file. So now, if we refresh this, since it's been updated. Yes, here we go. JJSAR how to pull has now been placed inside of my Android Studio project. So essentially, that's about all you need to know involving Git and how to upload your code to the GitHub. So as I said, you can add your collaborators, and everyone can go in here. They can see how many commits have been made. They can see the messages. Here we are. As you can see when they happened. And you can also see when the changes happened. So let's say I can see this was 3 minutes ago. I can see this was 1 minute ago. See, these are all 6 minutes ago when I created the file at first. So you know when your teammates change things, which is really convenient because you will know when your teammates, if you spoke about something they did, you'll know exactly what they changed and when they changed it. So yeah, that's about it. I hope this video was helpful, and good luck in your coding.